Okay, so the stories, numbers, and money stuff under each column will help us cut up the complexity and make it a bit more clear, right? There are 3 methods we'll use to describe the elements of the intervention: qualitative, quantitative, and financial. Qualitative things are descriptive, like stories and case studies, whereas the quant stuff is numbers, stuff you can count. And then financials is just money. Let's start on the left with the inputs.
So it's descriptive language. It's giving me some of the nuts and bolts of what has had to be in place for us to build this program, for us to then do it as an activity.
Gotcha. So the story of the stuff that we put into the program is like, it's developed by psychologists, social workers, and early childhood educators. It's the people and things that we need to make it happen in the first place. Okay, now the numbers.
What we're looking for here are the non-financial inputs, because we're going to get to financial in a sec. So we're simply wanting to put down things like we may have had 3 volunteers.
Right, 3 volunteer therapists.
We might have a 0.5 FTE staff member involved.
Now, just in case you've never heard the term FTE, it stands for full-time equivalent. So if our organisation employs somebody and they work for us full-time, but they're spending half their time on this program, then they're spending 0.5 of their full-time equivalent job doing this program.
And we might have a community hall that's used as the venue that we've had to secure.
Gotcha, 1 community hall. But here's a question. Obviously, there's heaps of stuff necessary to make this thing happen. We might use a calendaring system to organise groups, and stationery for parents to use in the sessions, maybe some other shared resources that we use for all of our programs. Should we be writing all of this down?
On your different canvases, yes, within your organisation, there's a stack of things that take place. But try to, one of the words, it's a piece of jargon, apologies, but one of the words that we kind of use a lot is materiality. Is it material? Like, do you really need to mention that within a context for me to just get an overarching understanding? So not every fine detail. Do I understand what has to be in place? That's what we're after.
Okay, finally, what money did we need to get this all started?
The cash itself, in many respects, is going to be a mix for different organisations depending where you tend to get your money from. Most not-for-profits, it's going to be a grant or some kind of government funding. But it's your revenue streams really, and the cash that actually is going to be connected to the program. So you will have an overarching budget and money that's more generally in the organisation.
Okay, simple. So just the fact that we secured a 10K grant to run this program. Done.
So if you've done this right, you'll have a few brief words in each box about the things that you need to get this program going. It can be tricky to split up a complex program like this, but getting good at viewing the program from this perspective means you get a helicopter view of how the whole thing hangs together.
Yeah.